Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius July 28, 2022. Good energy continues today for connecting and enjoying yourself. You're inclined to see the bright side of things. The moon moves into your performance and reputation sector later today, and the more practical side of goal setting can come into focus. It's a time to get in closer touch with your ambitions. You're inclined to stretch your mind to consider possibilities and opportunities where you haven't seen them in the past. Something might inspire you to reach for greater heights. However, it's best not to pile on too much. A particularly spectacular day for your personal life awaits. As mighty Jupiter, our greater benefic planet, spreads his wings like an archangel across the sky in your solar 7th house of partnerships, he will cast feathers into the heavens. Venus, now orbiting in the degrees of your solar 10th house of achievement, will reach up to catch them. This means that you may now feel like your lover is smitten with you and is very ecstatic to support your professional growth and is pushing you to reach higher. This is a blessing because to have their strength at your back and at your side, you'll feel more grateful than ever. Commit to the right people if you want your career path to explode with abundance. You should consider who and what is worth partnering with for the long haul when Venus in Cancer squares Jupiter in Aries. Although the self-led Jupiterian energy may encourage you to work independently, Venus will remind you that partnerships can nurture the development of your career path. When you work with influential people and associations, your career will flourish. Do not settle for less by prematurely saying yes to whatever opportunities come up. Wait until you find a partnership worth developing. Today you could decide to start a new routine with your family. If you usually stay at home in the evenings and on the weekends, you might be inspired to shake this up and plan an outing. Maybe you would enjoy going to a film, or even the zoo or a museum. Or you could have fun going for a family bike ride. Find ways to have an adventure. You needn't spend a lot of money to create a good time with everyone. Not everything in your private life is running as well as you would like. Friends and family have their own wishes and goals and are not bound to show consideration to you. Even though it's tough, accept that some situations will not run according to plan. Try to change your perspective and understand others' points of view. This is the best strategy at present. You're the network hub, and everyone wants a little piece of your attention. Fortunately, it goes both ways, and there's plenty you want to share, too. If you are longing for love and the feeling of security this brings, don't always pursue it with such vigor or be overly concerned if a love you want isn't always available. You can get what you want by taking your time, being a little more relaxed and calm. A brand new outlook brings with it the promise of success. Whether or not you're artistic by nature, inspiration for music, painting, writing, or other creative projects could well be coming to you thick and fast. Write down your ideas. There could well be so many you may not be able to remember them all otherwise, and you'll definitely want to draw upon them later. At least one of your ideas could involve a new business enterprise involving a partnership. Take good notes and do your research. The courage and strength of conviction you feel on this day can see you achieve great results. Although you are almost always sure to prefer peace, you won't be as fearful as usual when it comes to rocking the boat. This is the vibration that brings change, and most often, this can only mean improvement in your life. Once you know what you want, do what you need to do. If things are going to be different, it's up to you to make it happen. Having the moon in your career sector in the heart of the working week is always an advantage, fueling your professional instincts and imagination while making it easier to think on your feet. However, an alignment with Venus just days after the Sun left over the weekend is also a window into a shift in dynamics. Where the Sun was more focused on leaving all your options exposed, and that includes across the income, work and career fronts, together the Moon and Venus make it clear what your heart and gut are telling you. While Venus, the planet of love, left an adventurous part of your chart last week, the Moon's departure yesterday has been a chance to link back into a mix of romance, adventure and nostalgia. While Venus is gone, there will continue to be an ongoing link between planets on the romantic and adventurous fronts for the rest of the year. Our eyes in the sky. The morning should be a peaceful one as the moon continues its journey through dreamy Leo. You might have received psychic messages while you were dreaming last night, so be sure to write down any astral plane encounters that stick in your head. A mystical vibe permeates the air all day, making it the perfect time to start your morning with a spiritual rite, meditation, or nature walk. The universe is looking for ways to connect with you, especially when the moon forms an alliance with fantastical Neptune this afternoon. Look for synchronicities or angel numbers, and pay attention to any emotional shifts that come on suddenly, because you could be having a psychic or empathic experience. This evening, Lady Luna forms a helpful connection to Pluto, which is an excellent time to take a cleansing bath or perform a house blessing. You might also want to take a second to honor your ancestors, because the veil that separates us from the other side is slightly thinner now. Be sure that you're using your voice over the next several weeks, especially if you find that other people are trying to dominate you or take you for granted. The day's astrology is quiet until the Leo moon aligns with Neptune in the early afternoon, leading to heightened idealism and confusion. Our guard is down, which is not a bad thing if we are in the presence of trusted friends and confidants. However, we are also liable to see the best in others, even when they have demonstrated evidence of their character to the contrary. Instead of placing our faith in something outside ourselves, we can use this time to relax, meditate, or throw ourselves into an artistic practice. Zoning out to mindless entertainment is also a relatively harmless way to pass the time. Because we are self-centered, we see information through a lens of our history and mythology. The stories we share highlight our personal exploits as triumphant feats or cautionary tales, always with a moral to convey. There is nothing wrong with centering our experiences or the powers of our own intellect. We do this daily in small ways, no matter what sign Mercury is drifting through, as our realities are subjective. However, we should be mindful that dominating the narrative can be distressing for the other person in the conversation, especially if someone is trying to have a legitimate heart-to-heart with us. There will be ample time to play the role of both the storyteller and the audience member throughout this transit.